Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Allergy Tuesday. It's just insane. I don't know if it's the dog or the outside or both. Trying to find us. But it's definitely an allergy day. My throat is killing me. Oh, it's definitely an allergy day. Oh, I sound good. I sound really good. All right. The link has been given to the link people. And then we got to go over here. And today we have one more day. Whoops. Today is April 29th. And the prompt is life infused freshness. I have no idea what to do for this prompt. I mean, I do and I don't. But good morning, nonetheless. I'm here, I'm awake, I'm drinking a lot of water. I took an Allegra, so we're good to go. Good morning, Valerie. Man, oh man. We spent hours yesterday at the venue where my daughter's getting married, and the grass was, I don't even know what to call it. It was thicker and greener than any grass I've seen ever. And then my husband and Atticus before that went to a place called Fast Tracks, which is a slot car racing place, and I stayed outside with the dog and sat in the grass, which was stupid. I know that now, but I think it's the grass. Oh my Lord, have mercy on my bronchial tubes. I can barely breathe. But hey, I'm here and I'm ready to draw. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Z. Hi, Mina. Hi, Shari. Hi, Melinda. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, Terry. Yeah. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Lita. Susan, Joy, Cindy, Sandy, Penny, Mary Lynn, Ellen, Johanna, Linda. Good morning. We have settled on a name for this rugrat, girl scrubber, as my husband would call her. Her name is Bugsy Bubbles. You know, like tiny bubbles. Atticus really wanted Bubbles, and the rest of us just didn't care. There were too many names, so we stayed with Bugsy. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Ruth Ann, Carol, Cindy. I may have to blow my nose, and it is not going to be pretty if I have to do that. So let's just talk here, shall we? Tomorrow we begin May 1st. That would mean we begin our May prompts. And that would mean do whatever you want for May, really. I've got flowers here for every day. You can combine flowers if you want. It's just doesn't matter to me. If you want to do like oh man. If you want to add in this X, Y, and Z flowers, you can add them in anywhere you want. Uh, I forgot the letter R, so we're going to add that into something else. So you can do a bouquet of flowers. You can do a little group of flowers. You could do flowers in a pot. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm doing yet. But what I did do is Carol Hogan gave us a suggestion that we do mixed media Mondays, technique and texture Tuesdays, watercolor Wednesdays. On Thursdays, we get a break so we can do whatever we want. And then on Friday, it's fabric and fodder Friday. So let's say for tomorrow, tomorrow is Wednesday. So it will be watercolor Wednesday, and our flower is Agapanthus, amaryllis, and allium. You can do one or you can do all three. You can do whatever you like. Tomorrow is still April. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, the allergies. Yes, okay, tomorrow's April still. So Thursday is a free for all Thursday. You can do whatever you want on Thursday. Sorry. So May 1st is Thursday. Okay. This is my plan. I'm going to use this box. And I'm going to cut cards that fit inside here. They could, hi Bev Hill, they could fold, they could flap, they could be single cards, they could pop up. I mean, I can do whatever I want, really. We can cut stuff out and glue it on. So you may not have this box because I got it at Target in the $1.50. Well, it was $3 or $5. I don't even remember now. But you can use something like this. You could use another box. You could use a pot. You could use a journal, a book, greeting cards and envelopes. If you're a card person, make cards. Then you'll have a whole month of beautiful floral cards. I do have to blow my nose again. So give me a moment. I'll be right back. This is ridiculous. Okay, I spared you the really severe noise of me blowing my nose. If this doesn't go away in a few days, we're going to have a talk about the dog. Or maybe I go to an allergist and find out what I'm allergic to. But I already know everything. I'm allergic to everything. So, anyway, get something to do your prompts in, um, or on, or with, or whatever. So, wait, what did Linda say? Linda said, I found that box on eBay for $5. Oh, that's awesome, Linda. Was there a lot of shipping? I hope not. And Terry said, did anybody ever do Mayday bouquets back in the day? Me. About we stopped about 10 years ago, I want to say, but we used to deliver them, my two girlfriends and myself. We would deliver them to all the old ladies in Dutch Flat because Dutch Flat is built in a square, and we would drop them on their doors. I still have a couple of them that we made because I love them so much, even though they're dusty and yucky. But we made the cones. Remember the cones? Oy vey. Okay, so I don't even want to do this. I just want to draw. Let's just talk about book club, shall we? Book club is going to be super fun this month. So if you haven't signed up for the 6th session of the book club, now's your chance. We start May, June, July, and August. It's $30 for 4 months. You get 2 sessions per month this year because we are not only doing the No Excuses art journaling, but then we're also reviewing another book of my choice. And this month it's going to be the Doodly Do It book as our main book. But then I decided to throw in a couple of other doodling books that I have, and then probably give these away as a giveaway. This one apparently is on Amazon for $144, so it'll probably be the biggest prize I've ever given away. And then this one, Doodling for Paper Crafters. So there's 3 books that we're going to be reviewing. And It's going to be a day of doodling. I'm pretty excited about that. So that is book club. You can sign up for it on the website at creatorofcuteness.com, and it's a super fun class. Um, hold on. This is what happened yesterday during class time. Do the neti pot. I don't have a neti pot. Can I get one in Grass Valley? Because I have to go there today. This is what happened during class yesterday, so I'm going to make an eye patch for this bunny and stitch it on. And she's gonna become Franken Bunny. But the dog opened her eye, didn't pull the ears off or anything else, and got all the stuffing out right here. So we'll start with one eye patch and then we might put another one here. Oh, Deanna bought that on eBay also? That's super cool. So I guess if you guys want this box, go to eBay. Type in acrylic. I don't know what you guys typed in, but see-through box with daisies from Target. It's like 5.5 by 5.5. All right. I was working on my cover today, and I'm going to do that. Neti pots are at Walgreens, Walmart, any drugstore. I don't even know what you do with them. Do you shove it up your nose? Because I don't want to do that. I have this tag here for my cover. Uh-oh, it glued together. Not really. And I think I'm just going to write maybe on the back of it what we did this month and put it in here. But I want to write spring on the front. And I am loving that lettering. Oh, you found the book, not the box. All right. Thanks, Deanna. Thanks for clearing that up. Anyway, doing that writing that I really like that I've been doing a lot of lately because I've been shaking. So, what do you want to talk about? I don't want to talk at all, personally. I wish somebody could talk for me. Yesterday we picked Atticus up from school, and he was so good all day until we got to the venue of where Riley and Savvy are getting married, and then he had a big meltdown because he wanted to play with his cars, his little cars that I always get him a new car, and then it comes to our house. It doesn't go to his house because he has too many cars. But he threw it at Savory. I don't know that he did it on purpose, but he threw it and it hit Savory's elbow, and it really hurt. It's a little metal die-cast dollar Hot Wheel. And yeah, it really hurt. And so we told him, all of us told him to go apologize to Savory. And he wouldn't do it. And he started crying and crying some more and crying some more. And then he kept saying, "You apologize. You go apologize to him for me. I can't." I'm like, dude, get your butt over there and apologize. And Savory put his car in his pocket. And Atticus thought he was going to take it home. And I'm like, he's not going to take it home. He's just holding it until you apologize. And if you don't apologize, you're not getting your car back. Well, he never apologized, so he didn't get his car back. And it was very upsetting. He just wouldn't like he just went nutso, crazy-o. Nutso crazy-o. But the venue's really cool. My daughter has some great ideas. The day of coordinator was there. And that was awesome. It's fun to see what her vision is. And the dog loved it because they had thick grass. I didn't love it because they had thick grass. I'm done with the outdoors. But I have to go sit outside today with my friends at a restaurant. I'm not looking forward to that. Carmen, Judith, and I are meeting at I did that N all wrong. Oh well. Judith and I are meeting at South Pine Burgers if you want to go. And maybe Karen, because I have to give her something, and so it might be easier if she just met there with us. Anyway, I don't want to sit outside ever again. I don't want to go outside. Every time she has to go to the bathroom, I'm like, no, I don't want to go out. The pollen is something fierce where we are. Obviously, listen to my throat and my brain. Okay, well, I'm done here. I think that's all I want to do to my cover. Maybe some white. I think white. Isn't it sad that, like, you watch TV shows and stuff and they have people going on picnics and they have a picnic basket and a blanket and it looks so lovely and little bits of cottonwood trees are falling all over the sky. And I'm like, I just want to do that. It looks so great. I could never. I could never sit at a park and have a picnic. I could never sit at a park. Oh, that's really cute lettering, except for the N that got a little messed up. But it's just gonna go in here like this. And that is my cover. I like it because you can't really see the spring part because of this cool envelope, right? What's this? Oh, that's the Lindsay. You're so dumb. That's the pocket. Okay, so that's the cover. Now it's done. Oh, I am deathly allergic to cottonwood. Cottonwood is the worst for me. Okay, so I was gonna do this card, but I think this card's gonna say Glorious Spring tomorrow. That'll be our last prompt is Hello Glorious Spring. Was gonna go on the cover, but this is my last card. So I think Life Infused Freshness is gonna be a girl, because I just have been wanting to draw a sunshine girl. Where can I find the videos to make April? What does say? April and May journals. That would be journal play day. Is that what you're asking? Where can you make the journal? This journal that we made, the envelope journal, this was made in journal play day, right? Journal play day. Oh, I gotta erase this part that says life infused freshness. And we're just gonna do a girl. And I don't even want to do a full girl. I want to do her off to the side here. With a giant head, apparently. And a giant torso. And a giant shirt. And we're just gonna play. Alright. I am gonna erase this part. Because I want to make flowers. I just want to paint flowers. And I want lots of orange and yellow, so we're going to start with the yellow. I don't really know what I'm doing, so Don't worry if it starts looking weird or something. But I want lots of flowers. That's a true statement. Let's do some pink. Oh, that's really bright. Kind of like it. I think I need more yellow over here. I think that's good. Um, yeah, I don't exactly know what I'm doing, but I saw this quilt. I've been following this lady on Facebook. Her name is Mira Gupta. I think it's Gupta or Gutra. And she just posts beautiful art from lots of different artists. Yesterday, she posted this quilt that looked like pebbles, kind of like this. Oh, God, it was so pretty. And I've been wanting to do something since yesterday when I saw it, something that looked pebbly. So I'm like, well, today's the day. Sounds good to me. So I figured I'd put the watercolor part in first, and then we'll go back and add in whatever you call that. What do you call that? The detail. Man, my head is so full of mucus. That's a gross word, huh? Mucus. Let's add some orange in here. Atticus yesterday when we showed him how he's going to walk down the aisle with a ring and then he has to give it to Savory and to Riley. Oh my God, he got so scared. He's like, wait, what? He's like, I don't think I can do that. We're like, we'll help you. It's okay. But I'm sure it's going to be one of those crazy things where you try to get the kid to walk down the aisle and it's just not going to work. I think that may be what happens. We'll see. But I have a feeling he's not going to do it. I don't know. Did you get to the quilt show at the fairgrounds? Some outstanding creations. I did not, Barbara, but I love looking at quilts because they give you so much inspiration, you know? Her hair is really wet. She needs to dry it with a blow dryer. I think I can put her cheek in now. Uh, what color should we make her shirt? I think we'll use a bunch of colors. Anyway, that's why I always like going to Sisters, Oregon to the quilt show, but I had to cancel this year. We just have too many bills coming in from Brent's surgery, or whatever you call it, and a chance of another one. So I just had to say, no, not this year. Too much. So I'll just have to find a local quilt show to go to, I guess. But Sisters, Oregon, if you ever get a chance to go to Sisters, Oregon, they have the most beautiful quilts hanging from the trees of the town and buildings in the town. It's just a fabulous, fabulous array of quiltness. Okay, let's get her dry and we'll do some detail. Tina says, my oldest son, wait. My oldest son was a ring bearer. After the service, he went sliding down a hill and got grass stains on the rented tuxedo. What do they do for that? Do they charge you? Or did you have to take it to the cleaners? I can't even imagine. Luckily, Atticus got to buy his. It was cheaper to buy a little kid's. I don't think it's a tuxedo. I think it's just like suspenders and pants. It's green, dark green. He's gonna look like a little leprechaun with that red hair. It's pretty funny. Tina said, my youngest son was a ring bearer and wore a black tuxedo with tails. That's so cute. Atticus told us he was gonna wear his skeleton costume from uh Halloween. I'm almost done blow drying this. I'm so sorry it's taking so long. All right, so this is what oh, she said they charged her for the tuxedo cleaning. Oh. Probably can't get grass stains out too easily. All right, we're going to start with her hair. And we're just going to play with detail today. I just felt like doodling today, you know? Just sounded like fun. Right? So, we're having a big problem with the dog. Not with my allergies and the dog, but the dog just keeps barking at well, not anyone, Atticus and Brent. If they leave the room, or like when Atticus got really, no, Atticus didn't even do anything. The dog just started barking at Atticus when he walked by. So I don't know if the dog had problems with men, and I don't know how to handle it, but I gotta say something. My husband, when I first met him, he had a pit bull who was the sweetest dog, truly. But when we had our daughter, Bailey, the oldest one, the pit bull was very protective of my husband. And so he was on the floor playing with Bailey, little baby Bailey, and the dog tried to snap at her. He didn't bite her, but he barked and she cried, and that was the end. So the dog went to stay with my husband's mom till she passed away. Uh, but it was really sad because we couldn't trust her anymore around the baby. And I gotta say, if I can't trust this dog around Atticus, I'm choosing Atticus every time. So I hope that we can figure it out, or the dog can figure it out, or something, but I don't know. It's really upsetting to me. So if there are any dog people out there who know what's going on, let me know. I don't like what I did up here at all. And then if my husband leaves the room, she'll bark at him. But then, like this morning, we're laying in bed and she went right up to him and laid down with him. So we can't figure that one out either. Her hair is really cool. Renata says, I told my son about your dog and your husband, and he said Brent will have to make clear that he's the boss and not the dog, And you also have to do that with Atticus. Okay. Renata, is this the chainsaw son? Is he also a dog person? Just curious. All right. All right, let's erase. I don't know if it will erase. Yeah. The dog is a female, though, Denise. She's not a male. She's an alpha female. All right, I'm going to wait on do that in a minute. I don't like that at all. I'm going to have to glue some flowers on top of these two. They look very strange. See if I start in the middle. Work my way out if it's going to be any better with the flower. I think we'll do that. That's way better flower, but I hate those two. They've got to go away. Joy says, is the dog part Schnauzer? Yes, my uncle Schnauzer was a barker. She's not a barker, but apparently maybe a schnapper. A Schnauzer schnapper. If you knew Brent, you would know that he's not really an alpha male. I don't want to say that too loud. He's a gentle giant. Hard to think of him as an alpha male. But I'll tell him. Okay. Ugh, I hate these two flowers right here. They gotta go away. Gotta go away. I will make them go away. I will cover them up. Are there any good movies in the movie theater recently? Because I haven't seen anything. And I love to go to movies. But it's like less and less in the movies. Last good thing we saw was the Bob Dylan docudrama. I don't know what they call that. Autobiography? Biography? I don't know. It was good. Terry says she's testing her limits, so just keep her in check, then show her a measure of love. Well, I show her nothing but love, and he wants to. So, but he gets nervous when she barks. Oh my gosh, and I went with the wedding venue coordinator yesterday and made Brent hold her on the leash. He said, I couldn't hear her, but he said it was the craziest snapping, yapping, really high pitched yapping sound that the dog did when I went away. She couldn't see me and she was freaking. And I think I just need to leave him with her more. Well, this isn't exactly what I was hoping for. Is that from Linda? I was going to ask you, Linda. It's Caesar Milan. You need to find a dog behaviorist, i.e., the dog whisperer. I bet there are many around you. You need to be pack leaders. Huh. Is a dog behaviorist different than a dog trainer? I knew you worked with Caesar Milan. I took a class from Caesar Milan in person. He helped me when I had 3 dachshunds. One thing you probably need to stop feeding her feeling sorry for her. Dog brains can be snapped out of their previous. I don't feel sorry for her. Huh. Anyway, enough about dogs. This isn't the dog show. Do you guys remember that movie? The people that did Schitt's Creek, those guys, they did a movie called Best in Show about dog shows. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Maybe I'll watch that again. Very funny movie. I think I'm not really a fan of these flowers because I like the big spots. And now the black around them is just too much. But that's what I said I wanted to do was doodle. So I am. I'm almost done, so it's too late. It's over. Live and learn, you know? Some things work out, some things don't. All right, let's do this. We're going to cover up those flowers. Mary says, doesn't anything go easy anymore? No. Does it go easy for you? Nothing goes easy for us. Everything's harder than it used to be. I don't think I need very many of these, but I do like that pink one. Well, that's very deep. I also don't need them that big. Okay, well, we're going to let that dry. Yeah, not fond of this at all now. Really wish I hadn't done the leaves. Oh well. What can you do? It is what it is. Some days things go right, some days things go left. Today, this took a left turn. But that's okay. Oh, Sally said the movie Conclave is so good, and I would have to agree. If you haven't seen Conclave, it was a great movie. It's on TV. I don't know where. But yeah, beautiful movie. I don't know if it's a beautiful movie. Joel says maybe a brighter green. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna leave it alone for a while and go on to something else. I don't know what to do with it. Conclave is on Amazon Prime. Yeah, it's a great movie. I wasn't sure I would like it at first. I thought maybe you had to be more Catholic than me. And I'm not Catholic, so I thought maybe not. But then I started watching it. I'm like, this is a very well done movie. Ralph Fiennes, who's in it, was so good. I forget who else was in it, but it was packed with great actors. And what's her name? Conclave is about just that. It's about what's happening right now, choosing a new pope. And don't think that that's all that it's about, because it's really good. I don't know how to explain it, but I highly recommend it, and so does Sally. So that's all you need, that it's come highly recommended by me and Sally. I have to think when I do this lettering. It's hard because it doesn't connect like a normal lettering, but I really like it. Why can't I think of her name? One of my favorite actresses. Did anybody put her name in here? Isabella Rossellini. Thank you, Barbara. Isabella Rossellini. Joan said she loved Conclave, watched it twice. Yeah. Joy said Conclave helped me understand the process of selecting a new pope with a lot of intrigue thrown in. Yeah. Conclave is on Prime, Z says. It has really good plot twists and tensions. Yes, it does. But it ended so good. I loved it. It's like a mystery at the Vatican. I don't know. I should watch it again. It's a really good movie. See what happens when we erase the word life. And this word, we're going to use some pens in here. It's been a long time since I've done any cutesy wootsy lettering. I kind of like just these straight line letterings recently. Still not happy with this top part, but I'll come back to it and figure it out. Yes, Terry, you do have to watch it. You would really, well, I don't know if you'd really like it, but I can't tell anybody they'd really like it, but it's good. I watched it because I watch all the Academy Award nominated movies, and I'm like, I don't really want to watch this, but I did. Very glad I did. I should watch it again and make my husband watch it with me. He would like it. It's not one he would ever pick out to watch, so I'd have to force him to try it. I picked up my daughter's coloring book yesterday for the wedding. Did I show that to you guys already? I have it right here if you want to see it. Maybe that'll inspire me on how to fix that whole top mess. I'm thinking I'm going to use some pens up there. some Karen pens. Honey, could you hand me something? Right there. Riley's coloring book. Thanks. Thanks. Oh, I'm growling just like the dog. Maybe I should have put some like oranges and apples. If you ask, oh, it was really funny. Maybe I still, oh no, I don't have it. I asked AI to give me an idea for a doodle of life infused freshness, and it said fresh fruits and flowers. I thought that was so cool. I've never done anything with AI before, but that was fun. Okay, do you want to see Riley's coloring book? It got put together wrong, but it's okay. This is how I come up with my ideas. I make a little book of what it's going to be. So there are 18 kids coming, and they're each going to get this coloring book. There's Riley and her dress, and Savry and his suit. And then the second page says Savry loves fish, has little fish to color. And then Savry loves candy, so does Riley, sweet and savory. I don't know if people will get that because you have to know how to spell Savry to understand savory. I don't care. And it says they both love to camp under the stars, and there's Yosemite. I even drew Half Dome. It's not half bad. And then a tent and a fire. And then the next page has Riley loves plants. And then it says Riley loves ice cream, but so does Savory with an ice cream cone. And then it says, and they both love each other. And she asked me to draw a Nike and a Vans shoe on, I put it on top of a cake. And it says, and they lived happily ever after. Right? That's it. All right. So yeah, we're gonna have that and a basket of crayons and another little basket of healthy snacks for the kids. So we'll see how that goes. Thought you guys might like it. You appreciate cuteness. I like these pens for doing this kind of work. Color on top of color. There are people who will draw coloring books like that for you, or coloring pages, I want to say. But they're all done on the computer and they're so ugly on Etsy. So my daughter sent me a couple and she goes, "Can you just do a page like this?" And I said, "No, but I could do an entire book like that." So I'm going to tie them together with a pretty ribbon and be done with it. I do not want to do those for other weddings, but thank you, Lisa. I did realize or think that I could do them, but that is just, I used to do scrapbooks for people like that would pay me to put their scrapbooks together, and it was the worst experience ever. Trying to figure out what people like and how they want their scrapbooks put together. And inevitably, every time I would have somebody say, "Well, this page just isn't right because Aunt Susie doesn't like cats," or whatever it was. So I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore, not even for $500. So I definitely stopped that. What's that say? Jamie said, we adopted a 3-year-old Morkie. What's a Morkie? He obviously came from an abused home. He was not trusting. He was skittish, had separation anxiety, didn't like men, especially if they were wearing a hat. Bill could not give me a kiss if I was sitting down, or the dog would try to bite him. But if I was standing, the dog did not mind. Huh. If there is any horsing around and the dog would try to bite, the grandkids had to learn that they could not make sudden moves or he would growl or bark. That's the same as this dog. Fast forward 3 months, the dog is so happy, no longer skittish, he is trusting. His separation anxiety is almost non existent. That's awesome. He has a big personality and a big snuggle bug. I guess what I'm sharing is that they need time to trust again. I think you're right. I think you're right, Miss Jamie. We're just going to add some pen leaves in here. Thank you for sharing that, Jamie. I appreciate it a lot. I know they need time. It's just hard when it's somebody you love that they're barking at. And my husband wants to love this dog so much. Tough one. Anyway, I appreciate it. I mean, it's not exactly what I wanted. But I think getting some other greens in there was a good idea. Whoever suggested that, somebody did. Thank you for that suggestion. And I am going to glue some flowers on the top, and that will help. We'll use some white, because white always helps. I'm so excited for my daughter's rehearsal day because we're getting a taco truck, and I'm very excited about that. We tried the taco truck, and they're so good. They used to have a Mexican food restaurant here in our local town, but they closed it because the gal who owned it was going to have a baby, and she didn't want to work that hard. And now I bet she's working harder than ever with this taco truck, but that's okay. It's her life. But they do really make the best carne asada that I've ever had. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna do it in white. I wish I had done those other flowers in white. I can always go over it in black if I need to. I don't need very many, maybe 3. Okay, let's try. What's that say? My husband is feeding her, not me. And he's supposed to today have fed her by hand because we read about that. I don't know if he did. I've been here. Much better. And yes, he does take her outside. She doesn't snap at him when he does that, but okay. Happy. If you ever have to cover something up like this, don't just put one thing down, put several. You may even have to do a few leaves so it looks intentional. Yeah, I think I should do a couple leaves here. It's plenty of leaves. Here's the problem. My glue bottle, I need to get a new one because I can't fill it with glue anymore. And the glue is so old that's in there, it barely comes out anymore. So I'm gonna need to replace this with some glue. Because it barely is coming out, but that's all right. Enough to stick down, I think. Got these teeny tiny leaves. Oh, they are tiny. I almost lost that one. So small. I did lose that one. Oh, there it is. Couple more. Okay, let's try this. Much better. This was a fun month to do. I did like how Debbie put the whole thing like a poem. That was super cool. Might need a few more leaves, I'm not sure. It was a very clever idea for prompts. Do I need any more? Maybe not. I think that's good. And some dots, possibly. Oh, I know. I have an idea. This could either make or break it, which is all right with me. Swirl around. I just wanted this to be filled in more up here. Just wasn't. I just wasn't happy. And if Mama ain't happy, and no one's happy. That needs to be more pink, but that's okay. I'm liking it now. I just wanted it to be thicker. Up here. Makes more sense now to me. it's more coherent. Now I think some dots. And I don't think a background. Well, I don't know. Maybe a background. We'll see. Dots of a really bright pink. Some of this white space. Because I wanted it to be, like I said, more filled in, more thick up here. Let's use a different color. Maybe orange. I don't think the yellow will show up, so we'll stick with pink and orange. All right, I have an idea of doing the background kind of like her shirt. And I'm thinking bright green, but I don't think so. Thinking light pink. Oh, pardon me. But yeah, I like it. You never know until you start. You know? I got into that green there and it kind of blended with it, but not horrible. I'll take it. Just want to be careful of these greens down here because I forget all the time that those Karen pens are watercolor, water-based markers. They spread really quickly. Okay. Not done, but now that I added that, I do like it. I like the white too, but I don't know. I think we'll do some colored pencil work in here real quick. Once I get it dry. She does embody life, infused freshness, I guess. Okay. Oh, this pencil is in need of sharpening. Just do some crazy Lindsay backgrounds. In here a little bit. Definitely like it better now. Yes, no, maybe. What's anybody's feeling? I mean, I can't go back, so it doesn't really matter if you don't like it. Because it is what it is. I'm not feeling well today either, Denise, so I'm glad you like it. Hi, Bev Hill. Bev Hill says it's joyful. Good. Getting a little bit much, but I still kind of love it. I think I'm done. Not quite. Add some white in some of this pink. Wish I could add white in the background. I wonder if my, I was going to say smart pen, but that's not the word. Signo pen is still writing well. It was writing well the other day. Yeah, it's nice and bright white. I don't think you're going to see it here because it's too light pink. But I think that's good. Yeah, I like it. Some black flecks here that can't do anything about. All right, well, there's my second to last card. And tomorrow we will go through the whole thing. And this one's going to go in here. Hopefully her flowers don't get caught. Oh, they're going to get caught. Not too bad. And that's really pretty. See how the flowers just peek out of the top? And then we have this card here, which is this one, which I may put in like that. And that's the whole thing, except for the back, which I have decided that I'm going to put in the prompt list like that. Just going to tuck it in there. Okay. 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 So there we are. Our crazy, weird, wild, life infused freshness card for the day. What did Z say? You cracked me up how you go from I don't know what I'm doing to a masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece, but I appreciate your words. Thank you. I wish I felt better. Okay, well, I hope you guys did something. Whatever. Hold on. I think I need to put white dots in the middle of all these flowers. It's just teeny tiny, but it will make a big difference. Even though you can't see it in the yellows. You can see it in the reds and oranges and pinks. But the yellows, they kind of get lost. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, now I'm done. So that's it. Have a really good day, you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. And then we're going to put this to rest. I'm going to get some of my cards cut for this box. So I'll show you my idea for it. That's next today on the list. All right, have a great rest of your day, and I love you, and I'll see you later. Maybe I'll take a picture of it right there because that looks really pretty. All right, have a great day, you guys. Okay, bye. Bye.